I want to be a princess. I want to be a famous football player. I want to be a musician. I want to have a family and a great career. When I think about my future, I think about the things that I want and not the resources I need. But why would I think about water management and air when it comes to my future? Well, we all should care and think about why manage water for conservation. Water is an important resource. Without it, we wouldn't be able to survive. But if we didn't manage our water, what harm could that do to us? Well, let's start with the human body. The human body is made about 70% of water. And if we didn't manage our water, it would become unclean and bad for us. So if we drink that water, we could get things like diseases, which if we have diseases, that can lead to death, which can lead to the extinction of mankind. But I'm getting way too ahead of myself. So let's take a deep breath and slow down. We are not the only ones that would be affected by not managing our water. Animals and plants would also be affected. But how would this affect us? Let's start with animals. If animals die of sickness, then we have no animals, and basically, if we don't have any animals, we all might as well become vegans. But there's a problem with that. If the water goes bad, then our plants go bad too. Let's think about it. The soil soaks up that bad water, and our plants absorb that water from the soil, and they end up going bad and die as well. So without managing our water, we basically lost our whole food supply. Without managing our water, we would die of things like starvation or disease. What else could water affect? Well, how about our air and weather? Our air is breathable because of water. If we didn't manage our water, we could have a burning sensation done to our lungs. And the air and water need each other to control the weather. If we didn't manage our water, then our weather would go bad, and we could have weather like acid rain. Today in our society, we have things like pipes that lead oil and water to places like our homes, gas stations, or other places. But there are a problem with having these pipes, like when they leak. A current situation of this is the Keystone Pipeline leakage. It leaked about 17,000 gallons of oil from April 2nd to April 8th. But this leakage isn't as bad as the 2013 Tesoro leakage in North Dakota. This leaked about 20,600 barrels of oil in a 7-acre area. One of their main concerns about these oil leakages is that they would reach an important resource or local groundwater, and that it could lead to areas like the Mexican Gulf. Without water, we wouldn't be able to survive. Lucky for us, we have found ways to manage our water. For example, we use built-in filters so that when we walk to the sink to go get a drink of water, it is clean and purified. But we don't need built-in filters just to clean our water. Some other ways that we can clean our water is by heating it, which kills bacteria and other things that can be harmful to you. Some other processes that you can use is distillation or chlorination. Also, you can build your own filters at home by using things like gravel, dirt, clean sand, activated charcoal, and cotton. There are so many ways to purify your water. Heating and filters are only a few of them. Without water, we wouldn't be able to survive. We would lose things like animals and plants. And some other ways that water would affect us is by affecting the air and the weather. So, without managing water, being a princess or a famous football player or a musician wouldn't be possible. So go ahead and ask the question, why manage water for conservation? Or maybe after hearing this, you'll ask the question, how can I help manage water for conservation? Thank you.